So this is my video about walking sticks, but also something else. So on the left you see also a regular umbrella, which is quite sturdy and quite a big one, but still is a lot weaker than the next umbrella. This is more of a umbrella that we use for a wedding, so very robust. And next to it is, they call it an unbreakable umbrella. So this one is even more robust, stronger tip, and they have a different approach. They have a polypropylene shaft instead of the steel ones of the other ones. Next to it is a very lightweight adjustable walking stick. So it's aluminium but very light, and you can adjust it to fit a very small size, almost like this. So to store it, for example. Next to it, it is a walking stick of light aluminium, the orange red one. And it carries some survival items like a compass, a window breaker on that tip here, and it has a pointy bit, so the knob that hits the ground is more for rough terrain, so it's quite pointy. Also, it could carry a saw or something like that. Next to it you see the same principle, but then more robust aluminium, far thicker, far heavier, without all the added functionality such as a compass and all the other stuff. Next to it you see more of a shepherd-like walking stick. Petterdale's also examining it here, with a hook in it. Another hook design you see next to it, this is more of a old X-inspired design. Both are completely plastic. And next to it you see a full aluminium walking stick, so very elegant type of walking stick. And next to that you see a steel tube with a narrow, small diameter layer, and it has some limited prying ability, so there's a very small pry bar at the top that you can also take out. Next to it you see some cold steel, so these two are also CS. So you see here the walkabout, so simple walking stick, and next to it is African walking stick. And on the end you see something completely different than a walking stick. This is they call this a fitness Macebell thing, so it's far too heavy, 4 kilograms, but it could be used for training, for example. You see it here, and also the other walking sticks could also double up as training tools, of course. So just get some cardiovascular exercise, but also some strength and fitness and flexibility. Of course, the main theme is, except the Macebell here, which is a fitness tool, all these other tools could be used as a walking stick to a degree. Of course, if you use the umbrella, you have the drawback that it will bend over all the force that you could exert on it, but the light work could help, could still hold up. The same will be with this collapsible walking stick. If you are too heavy, you will have troubles with it. This umbrella here could be the best of both worlds. So it could give you some cover against rain, but could also double up as a walking stick. The benefit of the straighter edges that you can see here is that you can also use it a little bit to lean on. For example, if you want to sit, but there's nowhere to sit on, those could help, of course, as well. Now I will show you some of the features of each individual stick or the likes. Let's start with the Macebell. So here you see it. It also has the weight somewhere on it. I think it's here. So it says 4 kilograms, and it has a heavy knob, of course, and then you have a steel tubing towards the end. This is a Crossmax Macebell, 4 kilograms. So you could swing this in L types of things, also 360, but I don't want to hit the dog. And if you look at those other sticks, in particular this African walking stick, as you can see here, it also has a flat area And as you can see, it can also stand on its own, quite in balance, like the other CS product as well. But even if you want to, you could place it, if you balance it out, probably on the top, if the dog stays away from it. But either way, so you have a walking stick, quite sturdy. Also you have good room to hold it, if you want to use it in a different way. For example, to push something away, it won't slip that easily. Also, it has, here it says African walking stick, and also has a nice non-slip foot on it. Of course, you can always saw this. This is just polypropylene plastic, so if you're a little bit shorter, you can saw it off. It has a similar design as the walkabout. This is the walkabout, as you can see here depicted. Walking stick, but this is also polypropylene. So the benefit of polypropylene is that it doesn't rot, it doesn't bend, it is quite sturdy. But this is a more simple design. For a pure walking stick, I think this is a better one for most people. Why? Because the knob on top is not as extremely big as the other knob is. The African walking stick is a little bit shorter, but also the knob is a lot bigger. So it takes a little bit more toll of your hand. But I must say that even this, with all those little points, is still quite comfortable to the hand, but this one is better. Another benefit is that it is a little bit longer, and also if you want to slide it, especially if it's a fitness tool, this could prove some beneficial properties, because you can easier slide than with all the resistance you get from the African walking stick, of course. But this also gives more grip, so it depends on what you want. Then to the small steel tube walking stick. It has a little bit of pry bar head, as you can see here, and the benefit is that even though it's a very small pry bar, because of the leverage you can generate with this steel tube, you will of course ruin the steel tube, but if needed you can pry a little bit better than with just a small amount of pry bar that's in there. It also has a PVC pipe in it so that it doesn't shake, as you can hear. So it's very nice detailed, and this is just a little bit of bend, because of course it's not nice and it's cool that you have direct contact with steel. This is also very heavy. This is the heaviest walking stick as compared to all the others, except this one, but it's not a walking stick. This might be the second heaviest. This is just a more of a show-off gentleman type of walking stick. Very elegant tip, as you can see, and then it tapers up a little bit. Also very nice work on the handle. The benefit for such a design is that you can, the other one you had to hold as a knob, but this you can like more of a pistol grip. So it's easier for the hand, you have some more positions you can position it in. And also the benefit is you can lean on top of it if needed. So that's a benefit that you will also see with some of the other walking sticks of similar design. For example, this one, also CS series walking sticks. As you can see, they try to resemble a little bit of the axe head. In the past also they had walking sticks with real axes on top of them, so if needed they could chop a little bit. But this of course is completely blunt, but it still has some of the benefits. Also this is not a sharp acute tip. Very nice design. It also resembles it a little bit more of an axe handle, so it's more of an elliptical shape, so to say. And this is even better to lean upon because you have more surface and more flatter area, especially because this side is also elongated a little bit. I really like how this feels in the hand. It's like a little bit of a hammer or an axe handle. This is more of a traditional shepherd like stick, so it has more of a curl instead of a flattened area. The flattened area I like a little bit more because this has some drawbacks in how it feels. You will slip a little bit to these sides, whereas if this is more flattened out, this will help a lot. The benefit, however, of this one is it's very elegant, as you can see. It's everywhere as the same width. Also the benefit that you have a little bit of a hook if you need to, for example, climb and you have to pull somewhere on a branch or something. You have quite a good chance that this will stick if needed. Also a little bit of additional grip here, a little bit additional grip here on the tip, and also again here, which I like a lot. Also this one can be made to the size that you want. This is from the United series. Also a very nice, light, good walking stick. And you go again to aluminium. This one is a hollow design, so you can just screw it off if you need it to be shorter or longer, which is nice. You have a little bit of concentration tip here if needed, where you can break, for example, a window. But this is just a sturdy stick and also very good to lean upon because you have the flat area again, and this is also a nice knob feeling in the hand. The survival situation, if you don't need shelter, otherwise I told you, I think the umbrella could be better. This could be a very nice one. There's some tools, like for example the compass here, also the window break at the other side. And you can screw it open and then you will find, for example, a saw. So if you need to saw something. Also it's lighter still than this one. But the tip is not good for urban environment because it's far too pointy. It's more of an off-road type of walking stick. But could be very good. Also you see here a little bit of damage to the paint. You see the aluminium coming through. So that's what it is. But a very nice walking stick that is also easy. And you can collapse it in smaller parts and take it into a backpack if needed. You hear the saw, I think. And this walking stick, this is perfect if you need a walking stick for a situation that you don't know if you need it, just for light work. Also very easy to collapse. This is weighing almost nothing. This is by far the lightest walking stick, and as I told you, it's very easy to put to a different size. As you can see here, for example, just with this knob, but you can also collapse it to an extremely small size. So I will show you here. So it can be collapsed to about half the size that it originally had. And then you can just get it back to the size that you need. Also, for example, if you take this with you, if you have an injury, you can still lean upon it, but also use it for your children because you can easily make it to any size that you need. So this is just your traditional type of umbrella. This is the lightest of the three that you see here. Also you see that the core is still steel but can be bendable, but still quite robust. It's an old-timer, also quite acute tip, which can be beneficial if you're walking off-road, but less so on the streets because you don't have the rubber tips that most of those walking sticks do have. And it will bend over if you press too hard on it. The benefit of this is that you have a little bit of the hook, as like in the shepherd style walking stick. So that gives you a little bit more grip, but as I mentioned, it will still give you a little bit of movement. It's leather, so it's quite anti-slip. And also you could use this as a little bit as a hook, which can help, of course. Then the next umbrella is a very elegant one. As I mentioned, more wedding type material, also very nice anti-slip material on the handle. So you can use it like this if needed, but also keep it as of course an umbrella, but also use it as a knob, although it's a little bit small to feel in your hand. It also has a little bit broader tip. Also this is broader as compared to the other one, as you can see. So it's a lot more sturdy. But talking about sturdy, there's always the neck steady. Also the length is too high, as you can see, it's the highest of them all. So with a walking stick you don't need them to be too high. This could be good, see, you can still rest upon it, but it's not too high. You see a lot bigger head to use. Also this could, I think, because it's quite strong and also seems to be of steel, could help if you need to open a window, for example. It's not a hammer, of course, but could help. And also the design is a lot more sturdy. And also here you see the thick polypropylene shaft, so it gives you flexibility and also strength. And also the tip has a little bit of plastic-like, rubbery-like tip, so it gives you a little bit more traction and also looks nice. And this tip is even broader than the elegant, robust one, as you can see. Also next to each other, the handles. See, even if you compare this with that, you can still see that it's a lot more thick. Well, I hope you liked this video. It's a little bit of a show video. I knew in the past there was a YouTuber called Cinema Warrior, something like that. He has a DVD collection, so he liked the cinema movies, but also liked walking sticks or something else. So too bad he doesn't put out that much content anymore, but perhaps this is nice to keep you happy. Have a great day all. Bye bye.